everyone. Welcome to Tarot Thursday. I'm Reverend Mary Hawk, and with me is Reverend Bryan. Thank you for joining me.
Yay.
And behind Reverend Bryan is Elvis the Tarot Kitty.
Happy International Cat Day, Elvis, and all the other.
Yes,
kitty.
Elvis. Happy International Cat Day.
Whoop, whoop.
So, thank you everyone for joining us. So, when you're ready, you can post your questions in chat, and we will do a 3-card, more or less, draw for you, and we'll go over the rules for readings with Bryan and Mary. We are not medical people, so we can't answer medical questions. We're not legal people, so we can't answer legal questions. We can't predict the gender of your unborn offsprings, but congratulations!
Woo!
We cannot predict the outcome of upcoming elections.
We do
We
encourage you to
cannot
register to vote.
Yes, please register and vote. And if you don't register and get out and vote, you do not get to gripe about politics.
Sorry.
Because if you gripe to me about politics, I am, after November the 4th, I am going to ask you if you voted. And if you didn't vote, I am going to tell you to shut up.
Oh, do you know what we should do for Tarot Thursday after Election Day for folks that live in the States? People, they give out little corny stickers that say you voted. And if you vote by mail, they also send you corny stickers usually. We want to see your corny stickers in the chat or on the
That
Facebook.
would be nice, but I did early voting.
No corny
Hang
stickers.
on to you. Yeah, well, I did early voting for the primaries, and I've already lost my cute little primary sticker. So if you do early voting, and I normally do, because frankly, there's a limit to how long I can stand in line with my cane. So whenever you vote, if you live in the States, show us your sticker. We want to see it.
I early vote too, but that's because the earlier I vote, the less I have to put in my planner.
All right. Lastly, we cannot predict the outcome of any of the ongoing world conflicts. However, we do encourage everyone to resolve their differences peacefully. Also, we can't predict the outcome of the Olympics, but boy, have they been interesting this year.
Been quite interesting. So
Yes.
we encourage you to play nice with others, have good sportsmanship, and choose your clothing objects wisely.
And I've developed a new interest in the pole vault.
I have gotten less of an interest in the pole vault. I have gotten a great deal of interest in the pommel horse, however. So
anyway, Dee has asked for a reading, please. Certainly, Dee. We'll be happy to do a reading. I will say this, the pole vault, I never thought my sister and I would be that interested in a video of the pole vault. I really,
I'm sure
really
your
didn't.
husband was less interested in the pole vault and learned a great deal of ways to avoid said incident, including not pole vaulting. That's a great way to start. Just don't do it. Yes, Elvis? Do you have an opinion?
Elvis? Do you have advice for pole vaulters, Elvis?
She says, yeah, just hop over. Front paws first.
Not bad advice.
No. All right. So, first card for D is Temperance. Now, I'm going to start this reading by reminding our folks that Mercury is in the Gatorade. Now, I'm not going to say what it really is in because we're not going to encourage it to be acting up as it's doing for Mary. So, yes, Mercury is in the Gatorade. So, be mindful about your communication skills, organizational skills, your technology, etc. With that said, the first card I pulled is Temperance. Now, Temperance is all about balance and synergy and patience. Lots of things that should be taken into consideration. Well, Mercury is in the Gatorade. The second card that I pulled is the Prince of Swords. Now, the Prince of Swords is about intense focus and having the will and strong intention, but also the prince is not known for thinking through. It's more about doing when you're young and just you do before you think. So definitely do a little more thinking before doing unless you absolutely have to. And the last card in this 3 card reading, more or less, is the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is also about wisdom and perseverance and really that last stretch in the pole vault. You gotta really run for it before you jump. So again, summary is that patience and really thinking through the action and the steps that you're thinking about taking very clearly before doing them, because this is a time when a great deal of communication can backfire. So think things through more so before doing them. It would be my suggestion.
So the first card I've got for you is the Prince of Lamps. In this deck, there is a fifth suit, the suit of lamps, having to do with our spirituality. Princes have to do with air and communication. And Mercury's in the Gatorade, which is about communication. So, lamps are about focusing on your spirituality, working on your spirituality, and in communication around your spirituality. Be careful that you are getting things right. Then I've got the lovers, which means you're going to be faced with a choice. It's likely to be between two equally good things. So consider your options carefully and be sure you understand all the ins and outs clearly. And finally, I have got the High Priestess, and she is counseling you. When the High Priestess comes up, it means you need to be in touch with your higher self. And this goes back to the suit of lamps showing up. And since you mentioned the job interview you had today, I'm going to pull one more card. And I've got the Nine of Lamps, which is more about your spirituality and perfecting your spirituality. And I'll pull one more for you. And this time I've got the Nine of Wands, which is talking about things may be moving a little slow for you right now. So, okay, Bryan.
We got to come up with some sort of announcement for that.
Yeah. So, right now, stay your course, be careful of your communications, and do focus on the higher spiritual energy because you are surrounded by it, D. And Groucho, blessed Lionsgate to you. Were you there for our Lionsgate ritual earlier tonight? And yes, as Bryan pointed out, I'm having a little Mercury Gatorade energy here. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the ritual. Hi, Dee. Ground Show had posted in the chat Blessed Lionsgate. Reverend Don and I did a Lionsgate ritual earlier today, so I was asking if Groucho was there for it. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, Groucho. We were glad to be able to put that on. And Dee, may you be blessed with peace, love, and infinite prosperity. Thank you.
Bye, Elvis.
What's Elvis doing? I can't see Elvis.
She has gone to the other side of the couch.
Okay.
The chat, Diana, is in various platforms depending on what channel you're watching on, because we stream on different channels for Divination TV, including both my channel, Corellian TV, Divination TV, and some other platforms.
Yeah, we're on several Facebook pages and two YouTube pages. So you can see the chat with anyone who happens to be watching on the same platform you are on. Bryan and I can see every chat that's posted. So we can respond to everyone, and we try to.
Yep. Does anybody else have any card slinging questions? Or we're just going to talk about pole vaulting all night?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, Joanne. I'm glad you enjoyed the ritual. Yeah, I'm kind of fond of this background.
I have no patience for backgrounds. It also, Elvis wouldn't be able to.
No, we couldn't enjoy Elvis, or even worse, Elvis would just be messing with the background.
Right. So, welcome to my New York City apartment.
Right.
Multitasking is one of my skills.
Yes. I am frequently multitasking, especially when I am working. It's required for me.
It's in your job description.
Well, if I'm going to get everything expected of me done, I am frequently multitasking.
Well, yes, Elvis, are you multitasking?
Elvis is a cat. Elvis is frequently multitasking because cats protect us from the ickies from other dimensions. Hi, Groucho. You can definitely find out more about Corellianism at Corellian.com and at witchschool.com. And be sure you are looking for Correllian. George Lucas borrowed us without. Did he take off an R or an L for the Corellians in the Star Wars universe?
L.
Yes, that's it.
Could be worse. We
It
could.
could be
We could.
until you're trying to find a Corellian reference and you're getting spaceships and Wookiees.
Yeah. But you also could be like the Kardashians and be called the Cardassians and be in the Star Trek universe.
Well, that's amusing.
Yeah. If not, I don't think it's amusing for them. I don't think they get it.
Well, I find it highly amusing, but
I
that's
do too.
me.
Elvis, Penelope, Ellicott, Cook.
I
My
did not know she had a middle name.
oh yes. Much
Now,
like a human child, I only use it when absolutely necessary.
Hella's full name is Hella Bella Hawk.
Doesn't sound as fun when she's in trouble.
Although the grandkids and I argue over whether her last name is Hawk or Cage.
Can it be hyphenated?
I suppose she started out as their dog, but they had a landlord who decided she got too big and they couldn't keep her, so we had to take her.
So it's Cage Hawk.
Maybe. Hello, Felicia. Yes, we would love to do a reading for you. So,
My new ID came with my new name on it.
awesome.
I told my mother now that if she wants to yell at me over the phone, she has to do it correctly.
What did she say?
She texted me the middle finger emoji.
That's pretty awesome.
Sure, I guess. She frequently does do that when she wants my attention for something. So I wanted to give her the heads up that if she was gonna do it, to
Do it correctly.
do
Well,
it legally. Yeah, I want Jay's mom to do the same thing, but I don't think it's gonna happen because he doesn't get in trouble for anything. He's an only child.
my daughter was an only child. She got into trouble.
I breathed the wrong way. I got in trouble. So anyway, so
Yeah.
Felicia, as we're saying to everybody, welcome to Mercury in the Gatorade for the next, well, how many days are left? 19.
I had a jumper.
Yay, jumper. All right. The first card I have is the Eight of Wands, which is about, more rapid action. Elvis, progress and movement. Do not bump into the table, ma'am. So definitely there will be some rapid decisions that need to be made or rapid actions that need to be taken. The Prince of Wands, so another Wands card, which is also about ambition, risk taking, and being action oriented. So something is definitely brewing that needs to be done and done quickly during Leo season with Mercury in the Gatorade. Yes, Elvis? Oh. Elvis agrees. And the second card I pulled is the Prince of Wands, the Prince of Swords, to go with the Prince of Wands. So whatever this rapid fire situation is, also it's going to need to take a great deal of your focus. So definitely make sure you're paying attention. I'm going to pull one more card since Elvis is having such a grand time. And there will be some actions that you don't get to make the decisions on your own. You're going to need to consult others. So definitely be paying attention to whatever's going on in your life. There's something brewing that is going to need either your undivided attention or has a lot of action steps. So I got Mary.
All right. Well, the card that jumped out is the Nine of Swords. And this is called the Ghastly Nightmare card. But a nightmare can't hurt you unless you fall out of bed trying to get away from it. So, whatever you're afraid of, turn around and face it. Now, the next card I pulled is the Eight of Swords. And here we see a man who is tied up. So you're feeling stuck, you're feeling like you haven't been able to move. And that situation is going to turn to your advantage because here we have Odin on the tree. And so Odin hung on the tree for 9 days and 9 nights in order to gain the wisdom of the runes. So this is about taking some time out and gaining knowledge. Then we've got the Five of Pentacles, which says to take care around your finances. And I am going to pull one more card for you, Felicia. And I've got the Queen of Swords. My card. This card has been representing me for about 25 years now. So the Queen of Swords, of course, swords are around communication. And when Mercury's in the Gatorade, we need to be very careful about communications. And the Queen of Swords also advises to take a look at what has worked for you in the past and what has not worked for you in the past and be guided by those. So I hope you find that helpful. All right. And Anissa says, my mom's birthday would be next week. What would her horoscope say? And Anissa, we do tarot here, not horoscopes, so we can't help you with that. You're welcome, Felicia. Yeah. And Groucho, I haven't cut my hair in nearly 20 years. My car just blew a head gasket 3 days ago. Shaving my head tonight. It all makes sense. All right. Hoping it all turns around.
I don't recommend shaving your head during Mercury's Gatorade, but hey, you do you.
A Buddhist would totally recommend shaving your head at any and all times.
That's why I said not,
Now, I wouldn't recommend. On the other hand, I dyed my hair, so.
You do you.
I do me. Well, I had to do something with my hair color. All righty. Jade says, I'm wondering about my sense of belonging. I just have no place in the world. What can I do about this? Okay, Jade.
Oh yeah, since while we're shuffling and all that, is Rev Don's Lion's Gate ritual. Did you streamed it obviously because other people are talking about it?
Yes.
But did it come from one of his books or did he write it?
Well, he wrote it.
Ah,
You can go back and watch it. It's a crystal web ritual
ah,
because the crystal web was founded on the Lion's Gate.
that's what I thought. That I was just making sure I had my things correct. Alrighty. So Jade. First card I have. It's not really around well, sense of purpose, but sort of. The first card is the Eight of Pentacles, which is about craftsmanship and hustle and grit. So, when finding your place in the world, I would say, what are your natural gifts? What can you I'm a New Yorker. So what can you hit these streets about to make money? I sling cards when I'm not at my day job. That would be my side hustle. When I'm in a place where don't know my place of belonging in the world, my natural instinct is to sling cards. So what I would suggest to you is to dig into your hobbies and your passions and see what you enjoy. The second card that I pulled is the Lovers. Now this is not about love, but about partnership. Because oftentimes, oh look, me and Mary, we're actually friends who happen to sling cards together and we do it quite well together. So whatever your natural hobbies and talents are, there is definitely someone in your inner circle who has similar hobbies to you that you can do it together to give your both of yourselves that boost of confidence. And as seems to be the theme this evening because Mercury is in the Gatorade, we're pulling a lot of sword cards about communication. So the Four of Swords is about recharge and rest. So the fact that you're saying that you're wondering what your sense of belonging is, this is a good time to rest and recenter and figure those things out while thinking about your hobbies and who might those other people be in your life to do those things with.
Okay, so the first card I've got for you is Judgment. So this is about you reaping the rewards of something you've been working towards.
Good girl.
Then I've got the Eight of Wands. So things are going to move quickly for you. And then I've got the Four of Wands, which is another card about getting something you've earned. So I think you are going to figure out what your place is very quickly in the near future. So, Jade, I hope that is helpful. And Groucho says, ha ha ha, I hear you, Bryan. I get great results going against the grain, as it were, doing work during the new moon, eclipses, retrogrades, etc. All right, Groucho, you do what works best for you.
Hence the whole you do you bit.
Hey, Autumn, good to see you.
Hello. Oh. No, they're not talking to you. You got 30 minutes.
It's kind of clock now, Dan.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Of course, we'll do a quick reading for you, Groucho.
Didn't we do one?
Hmm?
Did we
Not
not?
for Groucho.
Oh, okay, that was just talking.
Yes.
Okay. You can go first.
Okay. So the first card I've got for you is the Two of Cups, which indicates some sort of partnership. It may be a romantic partnership or a friendship. It could be a business partnership. But with cups involved, it's probably either friendship or romance. Now, since Mercury's in the Gatorade, be very careful around communications right now. The next card I've got is the Hermit. So, in a particular situation, when you know what you need to do, go ahead and do it your way, even if conventional wisdom is telling you to do something different. So, shave your head even when Mercury's in the Gatorade, because you know it works for you that way, even if Bryan is shaking his head.
Hey, whatever works.
And the last card I've got for you is the King of Lamps. As I've mentioned earlier, the deck I read with is the Tarot of Hecate. It's got 5 suits, and the suit of lamps is about spirituality. The King of Lamps is about meditation. So be sure you're incorporating some meditation in your day. And that's what I got for you, Groucho.
So, Groucho, it is the Lion's Gate. So, we're talking about strength, right? And as you said, you go against the grain, it works. That is your strength. Lean into it. However, while leaning into that, there are some of your daily affairs that need to be tended to with the Two of Pentacles. So, keeping that balance while going against the grain is essential. But I feel like you've done a lot of this, so you know that. Because also during this time, this is a great time for you to give back, to, pay it forward. What's working for you might work for others, like me or Mary. So that wisdom is useful and keep doing it. I mean, everybody has a different way of doing things. You're talking to the guy who just waxed his leg. It's not my smartest moment. Wow, Mercury's in the Gatorade. But my knee hurts and I need to get acupuncture and cupping to make it feel better. So this is what I did. And I'm paying for it. So I get it.
You're very welcome, Groucho. And Autumn is asked for a reading.
We don't do quick readings on this side of the universe, but we do get them done.
Well, they're fairly quick. I mean, I know people who take an hour to get a reading done.
I know I have done that as well. However, they're usually not free.
There's that.
Which, by the way, you can buy readings from us if you want a longer solo Mary or Bryan experience. We do not read together in that instance.
We do not.
We could.
And if you want to book a reading with either of us or with Reverend Dawn, you can do so at divinationtv.com.
And with that, we move on to Autumn. Okay. So the first card I have for you, Autumn, is the Fool. Ma'am. Elvis, stop. That ma'am was for her, being Elvis. She's being loud. So definitely some new beginnings and new chapters coming in the near future. We do love that. The Seven of Pentacles is the second card, which is about patience and sustainability. So, in the realm of material gain, I would say that there are some new things coming your way, but you're going to have to be patient with them as they're developing and changing. I feel something, something in your either your professional life or in your finances is changing. And to avoid any, again, Mercury in the Gatorade chaos, I would say allow for things to go as smoothly as possible and slowly as possible to avoid any snafus. Yes, Elvis. And the last card I pulled of this 3 card reading is the High Priestess, which is about trusting your intuition and finding some serenity. So what I would say is for whatever this new chapter is that's laying ahead, take it slow. I know you're excited. You're probably excited about it, but don't rush it because while Mercury is doing its thing, uh, the slow trajectory is for the best to avoid any miscommunications and chaos. So things are going well. Just allow it to go slow for the next couple days. Here you go.
All right, Autumn. So the first card I've got for you is the Tower. So things are changing. You're going to see some massive change. But if you ride with it, it's going to be amazing. The next card I've got for you is the Seven of Pentacles. And this means you need to take some time and consider things around your financial and material affairs and consider what direction you want to go in. And then I've got the Seven of Cups, which means you've got some choices. They all seem like good choices. So I'm going to pull one more card for you. And I'm going to throw it. And I've got the Two of Swords. So there's an alliance, and this is more of an alliance or a business partnership than a friendship. So just be aware that when it ends, it's going to end. And I hope you found that find that helpful. All right. And Anissa, you're asking what does the tarot say about what your mom would experience? Is your mom with you? Because we can only do a reading for someone if they're with you. And while we're waiting on Anissa to answer that, Elio has asked for a card, so we'll go ahead and do that.
Are we doing this Bryan way or the real way? Just saying. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I know.
So, Ilya, would you like 1 card or 3 cards? Up to
So,
you.
Bryan,
Yes.
how's come you go 3 instead of 3 like a normal
Because
human
I
being?
studied ASL in college. And when you go like this is W. When you go like this is 3.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
It also is cooler, in my opinion. Ilya wants 3 cards. See?
See?
Sorry, folks. I'm neurospicy. When you ask, can I have a card? My brain says you would only like 1 card.
I
So, since we're all about content,
think he's just being a smart, uh, you know,
my card's like consent. Okay,
the
that's
good ones, though.
well,
Okay, you know what? I got some good cards for you, Elios. I'm going first.
that's good.
First card I've got for you is the Ten of Pentacles. So this means things are going very well for you in the material realm. You have got the resources to do pretty much whatever you want to do. Then I've got the Sun, which is a card of really good fortune. And finally, I've got the Ten of Lamps, and this is talking about mastering your magic and your spirituality. So my cards say things are going really well for you, Elio. So just don't worry about whatever Bryan says.
Oh yay, Brian's done. Just kidding. So by
And
the way,
hi to Ricky Lee from Australia.
hi. All my cards are good because I bought them.
Hmm.
First card I have is the Three of Wands, which is about persistence and progression. So, you know, three is a good number. I like the number three. So, actions again, wands are about action. So, lots of action. So, basically, the theme tonight is everybody's doing a lot during Mercury in the Gatorade. Personally, don't recommend that, but hey, it happens. The second card I have is the Hermit, which is about reflection and truth. So while you're doing a lot, this is a great time, again, theme, to reflect. While there is a lot going on, a great time to reflect. Oh, hi, Don Squared. Love you too. Mwah.
Okay, my husband Don blew a kiss, sent a kiss emoji, and I'm pretty sure he sent it to me, not you, Bryan.
That's fine. You never know. We all about the bro love. I've had guys send me worse than little kissy emojis. So, oh good. All right. So the last card I have for you, Elio, is the Devil, which is about fear. So again, during this time of ma'am, Mercury and the Gatorade, it's not something to be scared of. It's something to work through. All of us have challenges and things to work through. It's how you do it. So really just using the time to reflect and do still what needs to get done is important. It's not something to be scared of. Everybody gets really scared while Mercury's in the Gatorade. Think about this ball just floating around in a bowl of Gatorade with absolutely nothing to do, occasionally just splashing at you, or like a fountain, one of those little fountain that goes. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Just
It's going to
acknowledge
be
what's happening.
sticky.
It's gonna be sticky, but you'll be fine. It's better than what one of my colleagues says, which is they put Mercury in the microwave, which I am less of a fan of. Because that could end very badly. Considering, yes, that retrogrades happen 4 times a year, I'm not, new moons don't bother me. I work with the new moon too, Groucho. Retrogrades, especially Mercury, happens 4 times a year. So for me, it's just like if you are like me, which Mary knows this, I'm a planner. If you can plan for it, you could actually use it to your advantage as a time to decompress, which is what I do whenever possible, or when people listen to me. Tink. Do you have anything to say, Mary, about Gatorade and Mercury?
Uh, I tend to roll with it, and I do what I need to do.
They don't.
I mean,
I'm
I
not.
have made major purchases when Mercury was in the Gatorade and just did extra planning to be sure everything went smooth.
What's the key word there, Mary? Planning. Something that
Although
Mary and I are
the
good at.
the best part about openly wearing your pentacle to work is every now and then when it seems like the whole world is going nuts, someone will walk up to your desk and say, Mary, is Mercury in retro whatever or something?
That happens
Ricky,
to me too.
thank you so much. I just did my hair yesterday.
That happened to me this week too. I had said it to someone on the comms team, and I sort of I run the sub chat around astrology at work because we have a lot of people interested in work. And I posted a couple days before Mercury started, doing its thing. Hey y'all, you might want to prepare for Mercury to go into the Gatorade again, and nobody acknowledged it. And then magically a couple days ago, everybody's like, "Oh crap. Bryan said." Yes, Bryan did say. Please take a number and get in line.
All right, and Amber has asked for a general. Well, thank you so much, Ricky. I appreciate it. Ricky likes my hair and my hat.
That's nice. I don't have any hair and I'm not wearing my hat. But I do have
Well,
a hat.
yes, he does have a cat. We could get you a cool hat at least.
I have one. I have a rule about wearing hats in the house. It's weird. It's a thing.
You're just not as cool as me, that's all.
That's fine. I don't have to be. I'm from New York. I come cool. Tink. Like this card, Elvis? No, you still got time.
You have 12 minutes, Elvis.
As long as these people keep asking questions, you're not getting in the cans.
Elvis the Tarot Kitty.
That's the girl tarot kitty. Her hashtag is Elvis the girl cat. You may go first if you like.
Alrighty. So the first card I've got for you is the Princess of Lamps. Lamps is the suit of spirituality. And sometimes with the Princess card, we see people holding back a little. So even though Mercury's in the Gatorade, pursue your spiritual path and don't be afraid to speak up about it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. The aces represent the essence of the suit. So pentacles are around our money, the material realm. So this is something you're going to be focusing on in the near future, and things should be very prosperous for you. Then we've got the Two of Wands. Wands are about movement and passion. And here we see someone looking off into the distance. So something new is coming to you in the near future. So I hope you find that useful.
Awesome. So the first card I have is the Hierophant, which is around, your spiritual path. So again, during this time of Mercury in the Gatorade, we're going to be talking about it a lot for the next couple days. Thinking about the institutions and the traditions that matter to you is important, right? So working on finding your path, rediscovering your path, realigning with your path, definitely important. The Emperor. Now, the Emperor is another major card, and it's about authority, ambition, and power, right? So while you're working on this spiritual part, it's really a good time to also check some of the things that are weird about our lives when it comes to how we respond to authority, how we respond to power, how we what amps us up or what gets us motivated in our spiritual journey. So that's important. And the third card I pulled is the Queen of Cups, which is around our emotions, which, as Mary knows, is not usually my thing. But it's part of the cards, so we're going with it. But anyway, back to the feelings. So when working with your feelings in the cups, again, it is also about intuition, but also possibly opening up to some new ideas and new things in your path that you haven't been discovering and tapping into your emotions and some of that. So it is very important. I hope that was helpful. Look, Mary, I talked about emotions.
I'm proud of you, Bryan.
It's
Ricky
so
says we work well together. We've been doing this 2 years now.
yep.
The Tarot Twins.
Except for a couple very distinct differences and maybe numbers. But yes, definitely.
It's kind of cute.
It, sort of.
Okay, I think this will be our last question. Anissa says, I want to start school next year. What does Spirit Tarot advise?
Spirit Tarot. Elvis? You have anything to say? No?
Elvis seems kind of tired.
Yep. Elvis is done with her fans.
Oh, well, Elvis. Elvis, the girl cat tarot kitty.
Yep.
Think she needs a new hashtag.
We'll consult her tall daddy.
All right, ask the tall daddy if we can add one.
As you can guess, that is not me.
Yeah, I recognize you're not the tall daddy. You're the short.
Oh, she hasn't left the building. She's here on the couch. She just has nothing to say. See?
Yes. That or she's ignoring you till you produce a can.
I can't produce a can while I'm pulling cards for Anissa. That would be rude. I'm also not getting kitty juice on my cards.
That would be kind of gross.
Exactly. Oh no, she's definitely not going to sleep. She is way too invested in what's to come, so she will even put off sleeping. So when it comes to your education, Anissa, the Ten of Wands says that there is a great duty and responsibility and obligation that comes with going to school. So I would say definitely you need to take that into account. Going to back to school is not easy. It is a commitment, and a commitment that should be taken very seriously. When going back to school, it's not just about you. It's going to affect those that live with you, those in your home, those who rely on you. So definitely something you want to take into account is how do others feel about you going to school, and is it going to put any pressure on other people that are a part of your life in any way, shape, or form. And the Ten of Cups says that while your education continuation will bring you happiness and wholeness, it doesn't mean that it won't come with emotions and struggle. So I would say definitely something that needs to be considered seriously and really long term, if that's something you want to do, go for it. But definitely take a lot of those things into consideration. And again, mercury is in the Gatorade, so don't rush.
Okay, the first card I've got for you is the Six of Swords. So, going back to school is going to be a journey. It's not something to undertake lightly because it's going to take a while. I've got the Three of Swords. So, this is something you don't undertake lightly. With the Three of Swords, we're looking at something that's going to take hard work. However, the last card I've got for you is the Magus. So you have the ability to manifest the reality that you want. If this is truly something you want to do, Anissa, you can make it happen. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but you can make it happen for yourself. So consider carefully if this is what you want to do. If it is, then go for it. Okay. And I'm sorry, Maria, but that was our last reading for the evening because we are close to the top of the hour. So I want to thank everyone who joined us tonight. And thanks again to everyone here who joined me and Reverend Don for the Lionsgate ritual. Um, we will be back next Thursday, same tarot time, same tarot station. If you're my age, you know what I just did there. So, thanks again for joining us. Have a great evening and blessed be. And hello to Fluffy who just popped in. So, blessed be everyone.